Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, boys and girls, we got a lot to talk about tonight. This show is all about what happened last week. Let me tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, it's time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I've got a few friends with me tonight. What's up, fellas? Good to see you.
Let's fucking go!
What did you say, man? What did you say?
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
I started using that during my video game stream Tuesday night. Every time Lunatic was on with me, we were playing DCUO, and every time one of our cues popped, I put that on. Every time. Let's fucking go. But anyway, yeah, it's good to see you guys. John, how are you doing? How's the week treating you?
Like crap.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Well, at least you got friends to hang out with tonight.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm just having some car issues.
Huh?
Oh,
car issues. That sucks. I hate that. That always sucks. Wookie, haven't seen you in a while, man. How are you?
Still living life. I'm really happy that I have been represented in media lately. You know, as a boomer white dude, we finally got Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes, we're going to talk all about it with spoilers and everything tonight. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll mark it so you guys can step away. But I hope you've seen it by now.
Yeah, I really hope because I found a way to see it.
I can't believe Deadpool and Wolverine got married. It was amazing. It was an amazing wedding.
It was really amazing, wasn't it?
Blake Lively was the flower girl. It was amazing.
But anyway, Jed, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, man. I've had, the day it came out, I was just like, oh yeah, and then I couldn't go see it that day. But then the next day, I was like, oh, I'm gonna find a way. Even if I can't get to the theater, I'm gonna find a way. Fuck it. Yeah, I will find a way because I knew
life finds a way.
Yes,
I will find a fucking way
for the next week.
Knock, how are you, man? What's up?
Pretty good, man. I probably will go ahead and go see it again this weekend. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
And there's not many movies that there's not many movies that make me want to do that. I don't think I've ever gone to a movie twice.
My wife doesn't go to see movies over and over again. We went and saw it Sunday. She was looking for times Monday night after she got off work to go see it again.
Because it's that
She
good.
wants to go see it again. And she's a normie, guy. She doesn't read comic books.
Yeah.
The only thing she knows about comic books is what I tell her. You know?
Hey, what's up, Comic Relief Crusader? What's up, man?
All right, let's see who's in the chat tonight, boys and girls. Of course, we all know who number one is in the door, as usual.
Yeah.
What time did he hang on, let me check and see what time he checked in tonight. Let's see what he
3:21 p.m.
Oh, he was right around okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Where if I can find his video, let's see. Where is it? There it is. You know.
There are some who call me Tim.
And he rightly points out a day late, question mark. I had to work for a coworker. And by the way, guys, this T-shirt I'm wearing, the lovely Foxy made this for me. It's a Polaroid taped to the wall.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw the picture for the when you guys have she had the picture of you guys at the show.
Yeah, you like hers? She's got the heart thing between the two hands with claws and everything on hers. Yeah. She made them for us for the show. She always does that for big movies. We got some guy named Wookie Be Bad in there.
I don't. Who's that asshole?
And another dude named Jed and his lady, Kay. Good to see you. And of course, E. Clay Thomas is in the house. He says, "Yo, I know I'm late. I had to give Sharon Stone a black eye."
She gave us black eyes when she took that other fucking picture about a week or so ago.
Oh my God, man! Just
man,
the narcissism in Hollywood just runs rampant. Yeah, that's right, Tim. We're gonna do that, man. We're gonna do that. Let's see who else is here. It's just them talking to each other. And Comic Relief Crusader is here. Hail, buddy. Good to see you.
What's up, brother?
You got the link if you want to come in here anytime, dude. You know that. But anyway, yeah, we gotta start with the pop culture update like we always do, and we're gonna start with the numbers. And I think we all know what was number one at the box office domestically.
What would be number one,
week.
Joe?
Yeah,
what would be number one?
It was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Imagine making a film for your target audience and it succeeding.
Imagine
no
that,
shit, right, Wookie? We've been saying this shit for fucking years.
It made $211 million domestically, and we'll get into. It's made even more than that now. It's bizarre how well it's doing. I've got a list of the records it's broken for us to look at and everything.
Oh yeah. I do want to see Twisters.
Look at this though, guys.
I want to see that.
Twisters is still in the double digits, and it's doing well.
Go back,
34 million.
Joe, go back to how many, was it 2 months ago or more?
Yeah.
When I said, remember, and everybody blew it off, I said Twisters is going to be a contender. It's going to be up there.
It was going to do well. I
remember, and I came out and said, Joe, we showed the trailer. I said, this movie's going to do good.
Well, even a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while.
Yeah, we know.
And then we got Despicable Me. The cartoons are still doing good. Despicable Me's in double digits. Inside Out finally drops below below 10 million.
Yeah.
And then Long Legs, the horror movie, is at the bottom. So that's your lineup for this week. But the biggest story was Inside Out getting the 10th spot on the top 10 all time.
Yeah,
it knocked the Avengers off. No, I'm just joking. You know what it is, man.
Well, I heard that was a really good kids movie.
Yeah, that's what
I've heard good things about it too.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the first one, so I'll wait until it's out and then I'll watch both of them.
Yeah, my friend's taking his daughter to both of them. He said it was actually pretty good and there was no messaging in it. It was actually just a fun kids movie.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have you if you want to come by, Comic. But anyway, let's see.
Hey, E. Clay said he didn't get the link either.
He doesn't get the link. He's in the audience.
We got to have some audience here. We can't have everyone on the show.
You blew it off. This is a family show, dude. Tim's already in rare form. But Inside Out I mean, it must be good. People are taking their kids to it and everything. So, I mean, word of mouth would get around if it was silly. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been doing fantastic. Like I said, the article said that it had overtaken the first Avengers movie, knocked it out of the top 10. So, as much as we'd like to see Disney fall on their ass, they got a couple of big ones this summer.
I wonder how that translates with inflation.
Yeah.
They don't calculate that in the articles.
Right.
Nope, they don't.
But like I was saying, I've got the list here from Deadline of the box office records broken by Deadpool. Let's see. Highest rated R opening of all time, both worldwide and domestic, at 44.1 million it made in 3 days, guys.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. That's insane.
Yep.
Well, actually 4 days. We're talking Thursday early opening through Sunday, right?
I went to the first viewing at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and you would not know it was an R-rated movie by the amount of people with small children.
Are you serious? Really?
Serious. When I went to see the first Deadpool on opening night, like half of the crowd was kids.
Okay, so when the first Deadpool came out as a birthday present to one of my nephews, I took both my nephews because they love Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I mean, I guess if they're a certain age, I'd take them.
they were teenagers. They were.
Yeah, I was fixing to say.
In my group, I think the youngest in my group was 15, 16, something like
they
that.
were coming by that point.
But I had a group of eight that I bought tickets for.
Oh yeah, we took up a whole row. I mean,
yeah, we did too, almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It made 211 domestically, like we just said, and it beat the previous record, which was Deadpool in 2016.
Yeah,
that made 264 worldwide and half of that domestically. Biggest global opening since Avatar: Way of Water.
Yep.
Which made 439 million. I still don't get Avatar.
I don't
get the big draw, man. I really don't. I don't get it.
I don't.
I'm just not that big a fan of that. Biggest domestic opening ever for Ryan Reynolds. Biggest opening ever for Hugh Jackman. The Last Stand.
Yeah.
Last Stand was the biggest one.
Yeah, and that was one of the worst ones too.
Oh, it's horrible.
It was horrible.
Biggest domestic opening ever for filmmaker Sean Levy, and highest July opening weekend of all time at the box office.
Yep.
Overtook Lion King, which is no small feat.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's just amazing. And they got even more down here. The highest grossing X-Men movie ever.
Yeah.
At the domestic box office, which I can't believe Last Stand made that.
I can.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because remember this, guys. Remember, we're talking openings here. I'm sure it didn't have legs after it came out, but I don't know how you were when I walked out of X-Men 2, X-Men United. I was pumped for that next movie.
Oh yeah, I was fucking pumped for when X-Men. You had Jean Grey. She becomes Phoenix. I was
right. You saw the Phoenix under the water.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, holy shit.
I was pumped
man.
as fuck.
Everybody that knows the comics was hyped. I know that. Everybody was.
Yeah.
So I'm not shocked that it had a big opening weekend.
I remember the Phoenix Saga books like tripled in price after that.
Well, listen, here's what I'll say. Here's the silver lining there. If we didn't get Last Stand, we wouldn't have gotten Days of Future Past. So
that's true.
I feel like that was the equalizer. Just wipe everything out.
Past was a middle finger to the Last Stand, no doubt. Like, fuck you, all these guys are back, whether you like it or not.
That's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite kind of movies where they just wiped everything out and and it was a great film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Compared to Madam Web, this is Shakespeare. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 15 when I saw Deadpool in theaters. Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But will it hit $1 billion? Oh, easily.
Oh yeah, it's 590 million right now worldwide.
Yeah, there's no way it doesn't.
I'm not going to keep going through all these records, but you can look it up on Deadline. It's got
they broke all most of the records.
Look, it broke records yesterday, man. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This right here. I mean, it's Deadpool Wolverine / R-rated Wednesday U.S. box office record.
It'll hit 1 billion.
It's about to hit 600 million. Let me see. Worldwide so far, top movie this year is still Inside Out, 1.5 billion.
It's gonna.
It's fourth. It's been here a week.
It's been here a week and it's fourth.
Yeah, look, how many weeks is it for Inside Out?
Inside Out has been out for
8.
I think 7.
7. It's been out
so
That's close.
Deadpool and Wolverine gonna beat that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the number they need to beat was 1.1 billion in 19 days. That's what they got to beat.
Yeah, that's what Inside Out did.
That's what Inside Out did.
Movie to $1 billion ever, 19 days. That's how long it took.
Yeah, and I think Deadpool could do it, but
and I think
it can too.
I think Wolverine and Deadpool are gonna beat that in less.
Well, here's the
time.
thing: we're already talking about before we get into the spoiler reviews and everything. I've got a couple more. I think no, that's it for the articles. I think, but I tell you what. Before we go any further, I do want to do this. Let's go ahead and put the thumbnail back up. We're going to start talking spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you have not seen this movie yet, when you see this thumbnail come back up, we will be done talking spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. If you don't want the movie spoiled, step away. You have been warned. And when you see this again, we will be done talking about it, okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, we were talking.
I feel like we need a border.
Right? Hang on. I can do that. Hang on.
Some kind of border that says spoilers, spoiler talk, or something like that.
Put a ticker on the bottom.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
TikTok,
but go ahead and talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing it about the show itself.
You know, I think my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes on that movie was when they first got to the Void and Wolverine takes off and runs at Deadpool.
Yeah.
On all fours.
Yeah, that was cool as shit.
That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen Wolverine do.
The CGI was a little weak on some of those scenes, though.
I didn't care because I just want. No, I agree, but it was worth it. I felt it was worth it.
Okay, we've got the banner up there. When you don't see the banner, we'll be done. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's perfect.
But it was very comic bookish. It was very X-Men '97 like. I would say.
I still need to watch that. I plan to watch that before the 17th.
I watched the first couple episodes of it. I don't watch much animated stuff, but it was just like the cartoons from the old days, man. I got to give it to that guy they fired. He did a good job. They should,
And in no way was it Ant-Man Quantumania bad.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I think they were pushing the boundaries of what they could do is why it did look a little off.
Well, let me tell you, man. Look, this movie has shortcomings. Okay, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
And it has a short Wolverine. It's.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard when he jumped off that fucking bar stool and came at him. All 5'1" of him. I was laughing my ass off.
Look at you! You're comic accurate.
Holy
When me and Kim were watching it,
the brown and yellow fighting.
Hulk. And you saw the Hulk,
and then, dude, you had the alternate reality with Wolverine when he had his hair all puffed up. Apocalypse.
Yeah, from the
how about the cavalry
or whatever it was?
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. I was like, I flipped out.
I actually didn't recognize him during.
You didn't?
No, I was terrible. I was like, he looks different, but I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't Hugh, but I wasn't really seeing who it was. So,
when they were going through all the comic book scenes, I was flipping out, and Kay was like, "What's this? What's this?"
And hang on, real quick. Let me set this up for those that don't read the comic books. What he's talking about is when Deadpool is going through the different phases of the multiverse, looking for the Wolverines. These are all comic book accurate Wolverines.
Yeah, they were. I was like,
very cool. You had like Wookie said, you had the John Byrne. Brown and yellow outfit was going to fight the Hulk. You had him crucified on the X. I can't remember what issue. That was a classic cover of one of the Uncanny X-Men. you had him, of course, jumping off the bar stool. That's the one that killed me, man.
Dude, yeah, and then that was funny. She's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "That's his real height."
That's the thing.
In the comics.
Everybody that hasn't read the comic books probably didn't get why we were laughing so hard.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off,
Yeah,
and she's like, "What the fuck are you?" I was like, "That's his real height in the comics."
Right, and then
Yeah,
you
he's
had
5'1".
you had the black and red Apocalypse.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I never thought I
Wolverine.
would ever see that outfit with his hair.
with the long hair and everything.
And I was like, "Holy shit! They got Days of Apocalypse in here!" Oh my fucking! Didn't they come to the big banger with him and Hulk? And I was like, "Holy shit! That's the first time him and Hulk met up."
Yeah,
I was wigging out. I was going full comic book.
No, that's the
geek.
first appearance of Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah, in
what
the
is it?
comics.
180, I think.
It's
Incredible.
also the
180. I think.
it's also the 2 most valuable Hulk comics ever.
Yeah, it is.
They're more valuable than Hulk #1.
Yeah.
It's good to see you there, Gridiron Masters. Good to have
And
you.
I
here,
have one of them. I don't have both.
The only thing they were missing was him in the snow with the Weapon X helmet on.
Yes,
man.
I
Yeah, that's
said
the only
that.
thing that was missing.
That's the only thing
They had
missed.
the old man Logan too. Remember, he shot him with a
Even had
shotgun.
Old Man Logan, and I was like, he had the beard. I was like, she's like, "Who the fuck is that?" I was like, "That's Old Man Logan."
And that's,
Yeah,
that's,
and-
not,
and
that's not the
patches,
Logan we
and
got
patch.
for. That's not the Logan we got for the Logan movie.
Yeah.
It's the comic accurate Logan that has the Hulk and She-Hulk getting together and having kids.
Yeah.
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 And then
Thank God
when-
they didn't get into that. Yikes.
Then when he went up to Logan with she's like, "Babe, who's that?" I was like, "That's Patch. That's one of his alternate, personalities he had, so he could get away from shit."
Hey,
Right.
Ryan, good to see you, man.
And you have to be a Wolverine fan to get some of these
Yeah.
because they're not X-Men adjacent. They're
Yeah.
No, they're not. I was
dude,
like,
I probably have a long box full of Wolverine magazines. Okay.
Yeah,
Who
me
was, it
too.
that, who was it that already said? I think it was Wookiee said, "Imagine that you give the fans what they want and they come out."
Yes,
right.
I've
Yeah.
been wanting this for how long, and they actually did something right. I am actually praising them.
But
for
hey, what did you guys think when he put the mask on?
Oh my
That
God,
was
I
a tip.
flipped the fuck out because he had the sleeves off. He was like, "Let's go." He did the pose. He had the fucking helmet. He had his mask. I was like, "Oh my fucking God, let's go." Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, it was great, dude. It was great.
I have a criticism of the helmet.
Okay.
The deleted scene from the one where he's in Japan, the wings of the helmet actually have size to them. In this, they were like paper thin.
Yeah, that was the one thing I
That
did
was
see.
my
But
only
hey,
criticism about it.
Wookie, but we actually got him in his sleeves off, proper yellow and black with a mask, and he did the pose at the end with his claws out, dude, for the first time.
I tell you, what I thought was funny
whiskey
was
claws.
was
That's
when
kind of
What's up,
Wolverine's over
70s?
40.
What's up, brother?
when Deadpool looked at him and said, "What do you call those things? Blowjob
Whiskey
handles."
claws.
That was hilarious, man.
Oh, he's like, "Oh, wait a second, you got whiskey dick of the claws?"
Right?
So how great was it to see Johnny Blaze?
Oh, dude, that was fucking great. They punked us.
I thought it was
all
awesome.
Oh, I thought it was Cap.
I
I
didn't see that
honestly
coming
thought
at
it was
all.
Cap.
And they did that on purpose. Yeah, they did the blue on purpose too. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, as
Then-
soon as he started talking to him, I'm like,
Well-
that's not Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
I had 2 things spoiled for me before the show because they showed up on my feed in Facebook or not Facebook, on Twitter, and I didn't get it out. It didn't skip it in time.
You didn't start
I didn't go
quitting
on Twitter.
the stuff in time. That one.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The other one was Henry Cavill as Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah, Cavill.
I knew some of the camos, like cameos, like some of them you couldn't really, hide, like Daphne Keene. They kept taking pictures. They kept taking pictures together and stuff like that. So I knew a couple of the. I didn't see the Blade one. I went into this pretty spoiler free. I was very happy that I managed to stay away from social media.
I was shocked. I didn't get anything spoiled for
Dude,
me.
I was like, holy shit! It's fucking Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Oh my God!
Dude, I flipped.
Yeah.
And hang on, guys, hang on. I got something about that over here, but I do want to share this with you. My personal experience. My wife's sitting next to me, and she's watching the movie, and we get home, and she goes, boy, Channing Tatum was the worst Gambit ever. And I said, Ron,
No.
that's the whole joke that he never got to be in the suit and be Gambit. He always wanted to do it.
But at the same time, Joe, he was dead on Gambit.
Yeah,
he was dead on Gambit.
You're
90s
Louisiana.
Gambit. 90s
Do you
Gambit.
think he intentionally flubbed the accent?
Oh yeah, I think the whole thing was a troll. I thought it was great.
That's what I
the
thought,
way he
too.
was fucking up because I'm sitting there we're in Louisiana. And everybody knows who Remy LeBeau is down here that reads comic books, right?
Yeah.
They all know who Gambit is. He's from New Orleans, right? And everybody was laughing their ass off in our theater with his just fucking up that accent and couldn't understand half of what he was saying. It was great.
Yeah.
I do want to share this with you, though, guys. I thought this was really cool. And this just, the more I learn about this guy, the more I dig him. Ryan Reynolds, Channing Tatum put this up. It's a picture of the both of them. This is back, I think it was like 10 years before this or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Was that Deadpool 1?
Yeah, I think it was
I thought it was
Deadpool 1.
Origins he was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in Origins.
And this is what he writes. He said, these pictures are almost 10 years apart to the day. I sat in the audience when Ryan Reynolds showed his first peek of Daredevil 1 to the world. And I think I ran backstage right after and found him. And I think I just hugged him and was like, holy shit, you did it, man. It's perfect. I didn't know him really at all back then, but since then I can say there is almost no one that has had my back in this industry more than Ryan. I thought I had lost Gambit forever, but he fought for me, and Gambit, I will owe him probably forever, because I'm not sure how I could ever do something that would be equal to what this has meant to me. I love you, buddy. Sean Levy as well. Truly such a brilliant creator on every single level. All things happen for a reason. I'm so grateful to be in this movie. It's a masterpiece in my opinion, and that's just pure badass joy. I was literally screaming in the theater, let's fucking go.
And they also had somebody else that was awesome in that too.
Yeah.
There's only one
Blade.
Yeah, they had Blade.
That line, there's only one Blade.
Yeah, there's only one Blade. That's it. Yeah. I thought
And there will only ever be one Blade. He also
yeah, that's what he said. There will only ever be one Blade.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. It really
I
was.
flipped when I saw him in Gambit, and I was just like, oh my god.
Freaking Jennifer Gardner is.
She looked great.
Electric.
And you know what? That was funny.
What?
He said electrifying.
Yeah.
I actually never saw that movie.
You never saw Electra? Yeah.
No.
You didn't miss anything, man. But if you like Jennifer Garner, though, it's worth a watch. She's hot as hell in it.
I think she was better as Electroness because she's thicker. When she did Electra, she was bony.
She's skinny as fuck.
She was.
Yeah.
I think the only real movie that I liked her in was The Invention of Lying with Reed.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, 70s has some things to say down there, Joe, in the chat.
What is it?
70s has some stuff to say in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Taylor Kitsch is the only real Gambit. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's a good Gambit, no doubt. But I just thought the whole joke was that Channing Tatum, that's his favorite comic book character, and he's always wanted to play him. That was the whole joke behind it. It takes a Canadian to play someone from Louisiana. Yeah, because they're French, right? Yeah.
Where an Australian plays a Canadian.
Yeah.
I definitely, Gambit was definitely one of my favorite when as a kid. I used to always do the card, the card throwing, the flicking the cards. I used to love doing that.
Wasn't it cool the way they had him draw out the deck and everything? Oh, they did a good job with him.
Yeah. And I didn't see him pull it out, or maybe I missed it, but he did the card thing, and then all of a sudden he had the pole.
Yeah, he had a staff.
But when did he pull it out? Like it's just like he was like he did the card thing, and then in the background you saw him with the pole. Like they never showed him like pull it out or present it or anything like that. And
it extends. But
did he? So I may have missed it. Yeah. There's so much going on that I think I must have missed it.
There was, and I'm gonna have to go see it again.
I'll have to go see it again, right? Yeah, I missed that one scene, so I need to go back and watch it again.
I really wish
Well,
they
wanna
would have
go
put
back-
X-23 in her yellow and blue suit at that fight.
Yeah,
that
I
would've
wish
been
they would have
good.
put her in it too. But she
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
put
I
the
didn't really
glasses-
care for the kid suit. I didn't care for that. I feel like they needed to make her look a little bit more grown up.
And
Because she's like 18 now. And I was like, I don't. Why are we doing the little kid, backpack and glasses thing? I didn't really care
because
for it.
that's how they got her when she came there. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
she got
I
pulled
found
out
it
of
funny
Logan.
I've found it funny she put the glasses on too. When she was about.
Now-
Well, my favorite scene in the movie with Logan in it is when he's the only guy in the world that's ever shut Deadpool up. When he told him you couldn't even fucking keep a relationship going with a goddamn stripper.
Dude, I was laughing my ass
gonna
off
fight
at
you
that
now.
part.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm gonna fight you now in the minivan.
Right,
I think the minivan was one of the best fights.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
funny.
it
as
was.
shit, man. That was funny as hell, man. That was great. That whole movie was great. I'm gonna have to go back and see it again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I've heard some people, they say, yeah, the plot's not worth a damn, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, I wish the one thing I wish they'd have done in this movie is kill off the TVA. That would have
I
been great.
wish they would have too. But
But I think they have the reasons.
you
for
got to
not
have the
doing it.
TVA for the Fantastic Four because they're connected to the Fantastic Four too.
Yeah, and it's
So-
just,
So that's the reason why they didn't do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I thought, the amount of jokes pointed right at Disney.
Oh
I was
yeah.
shocked they let that in the movie. I really was. I was shocked that they let them bust on them like that. But I thought it was
So was
great.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, right. Probably shocked that it didn't hit the cutting room floor. But I
I
think,
would love to see the cut
like we
material.
talked about, whenever he took over, when they announced this project, he doesn't need the money. He's doing it because he has fun. Now he's going to make a boatload of money. I'm sure
Both
he's got some
him
kind of
and
back.
you.
I'm sure he has some kind of backside deal on the ticket sales and stuff. So he's going to make a mint off this thing, no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is, he probably told them, "Let me make the movie I want, or I'm not going to do it." You know what I mean?
So Hugh Jackman said he had been thinking about it, and I guess Ryan had told him, "Look, I'm going to go give him a final thing." He's like, "I got a movie to do, an idea. I'm going to give it to him." And he said he was sitting there thinking. He pulled over on the side of the road and called Ryan and said, "I'm in.
Yeah,
let's do it."
this.
And Ryan said it completely screwed him up because he had to change his whole pitch. He was on the way to go meet and fight.
Well, no, and I heard that story too, and apparently, and then I remember hearing Ryan Reynolds tell it. They were they were out of ideas. They were about to scrap it.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were.
They were about to be done with it. Like they were like, dude, there's no good story here. We want something way different than the first two. There's just nothing good enough. And then that's when Hugh called him, and he was like, all right, that's it, game changer.
And I also heard they went through 10 different storylines before they got to this one too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Some of the stuff would blow your mind.
yeah.
I will
What I
say,
heard.
the plot for Deadpool becoming a used car salesman was not good.
Yeah. Well,
That was
I mean,
what you had to hook it up with his best buddy that saves him at the end. That's the only reason why. They
Well,
did that.
I'm not saying the movie's bad. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
the weakest part of the whole movie.
Yeah,
it is
was.
the
I
weakest
was like,
part.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was integral to the storyline because it connected them to the sedan.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
If we didn't have that connection, the whole movie wouldn't have worked.
oh yeah,
And then
but
when
that's not what we went for. We didn't go for story.
Yeah.
No, we
We
went.
just wanted to see
we went to
fight and
see-
shit.
I want to see what the next good family van is. That was the whole point.
I wanted to
is.
see the fights and shit, man. That's what I wanted to see.
I wanted to see all the friggin' which we haven't even finished with the damn cameos. The
Yeah.
Deadpool
No.
army. The Deadpool army. You had his wife as Lady Pool.
His
You
kid-
had
That was such a cool intro.
McConaughey as the Cowboy Pool.
Yep.
And
His
it was so
kids weren't in
funny.
there.
Dallas was sitting next to me, and he was like, "Yeah, Cowboy Pooh's still in it, all the way to the back of the bus, right?" And whenever you finally got him there by the exit door, he was like, "Ah, shit, you got him."
Westpool
hilarious.
Westpool was actually played by one of his players from the Wexham.
Yeah. One of his football team, yeah.
The one that actually had the flag on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you had the floating head was Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you hear he had
Baby Pool was actually one of his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the hoodie on, the shorter
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was one of his kids. Yep.
No, that's Kid Pool.
No. Baby Pool.
Baby Pool.
They recorded
Baby Pool.
Baby making sounds, and that was Baby Pool.
Wow, that's too much, man. That's crazy. Let's see. What's my man got here? Hopefully it doesn't kick on sound right away.
Oh, don't click on what I just said.
Okay. Good.
See what it says above it?
If anyone gotcha. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So,
well, the scene at the big huge
I'll
fight
take
scene,
that.
You got Azazel, yeah, played by the original actor.
Yeah.
From the reboot.
Not all of them were the original actors.
No. But you had freaking Taylor Mayne, for God's sakes, coming back as Sabretooth. I was like, damn.
And the guy that played Darth Maul, he was there as
Toad. Yeah, Ray Park. I'm going to see him in 2 weeks.
You had
my understanding is all the original actors
was Pyro.
Yeah.
Lady, this is the same girl playing Lady Deathstrike.
Yep.
Now Xavier's sister.
The same guy playing Juggernaut.
Yeah.
No, it was not the same guy playing.
No, it wasn't.
Was it Vinny Jones?
No,
that was somebody else. Yeah.
Okay.
He actually, I saw him talking about it in an interview for another. I think it was The Gentleman he was in. He was talking about the Deadpool show coming up. And he said that it was such a chore to get in and out of that suit that he was in as Juggernaut. He just didn't feel like doing it.
They've had 3 to 4 different Juggernauts.
Yeah, but that guy. It was the suit from The Last Stand, and they got a guy that looked just like him, but it wasn't.
I don't really care for that suit, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I need Juggernaut from the Deadpool.
From the Deadpool movie, yeah, right.
Yeah, that was a more comic, realistic Juggernaut.
Yeah, it was.
Psylocke was in that fight. Callisto was in that fight.
Yep.
Bullseye was in that fight.
Yep.
The Russian from
the Punisher. Yeah, he was.
The guy with the striped shirt and the beard.
It wasn't the wrestler because
and
that
they
had played by a wrestler.
They had Nightcrawler's brother in there too.
No, that's his father.
His father.
And so it's his father up until like a couple of years ago when they
they made
him his brother.
Made Mystique his father.
Yeah.
Destiny was his mom.
Yeah.
Too weird.
It was weird. He was his father. Now he's his brother.
But hey, it was a nerd's dream. It really was. It was fantastic. And these are all guys that were pruned, right? Out of the timelines and sent there. What did you guys think of Xavier's sister? I
had to look her up when I heard that that's who the character was because I was out of comics by the time she came around.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up. I think they did a good job with her. She was actually a complex character.
Yeah, she was.
It wasn't just evil girl boss. It was she was a complex character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
she had a chip on her shoulder because she got discarded, right?
Yeah. And Xavier lived.
Just like female Loki did, right? Yeah. Female Loki got discarded too, right? Same kind of thing. So them drawing that parallel made it easy to understand why she had a chip on her shoulder and just was ready to kill people in the drop of a hat, right?
And I think they
got her powers. They got her powers right.
They did.
Accurate. She runs her fingers through people's heads, through their chest.
That was fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, actually,
that was almost like some Sam Raimi shit. You know,
they actually said that they enhanced the face thing on purpose because that's how she was.
Yeah.
Well, it's always annoying that one thing I don't like about these kind of stories, and it happened in the first Suicide Squad, is when the so and so bad guy make their own enemies, and that's kind of what happened here. The TVA guy basically made his own enemy.
Yeah. He did.
That the giant red monster in the sky. I like that they explained. Oh, from Loki season 1, episode 5. Like they actually put that in there. I had no fucking idea who it was. I never watched Loki.
Yeah.
No, it is funny because I was watching one of those, Easter egg YouTube videos afterwards. It was like, hey, that's my job. I'm supposed to point out the Easter eggs.
Right. And actually they actually changed that. They retconned that thing a little bit because that's actually, if you watch Loki, that's the end of time coming to consume you. So it should consume everybody there, but apparently they made it like something.
Now it's a pet.
They
now
said
it's a pet of Xavier's sister.
Yeah,
right?
she said she made a deal with it. So
No. She made a deal with
the TVA guy.
The TVA
Paradox.
Yeah.
But then she said in the movie, she said she made a deal with
Paradox.
She had to deal with the smoke monster too because she feeds it.
Yeah, she feeds it.
Okay,
that's what I was talking about.
Okay,
it doesn't come for her because she made a deal to feed it.
I must have missed that part.
What did you think of the Human Torch's death?
Excellent.
That
was like, oh,
that was graphic as fuck.
And you knew Chris Evans enjoyed every bit of it. Like he was very happy to have that back, to have that chance.
Let me tell you something. Chris Evans is from Boston. He's a shit talker. Everybody from fucking Boston's a shit talker. I loved the fucking after credits scene where they said, "Let's look at the film, see if I was lying," and he just went off. It was oh God, that was so awesome.
I want to know why
he's like, quote me on it.
Yeah, right.
I want to know why Thor was crying so bad with the dying Deadpool.
They never said.
I got this.
They never said, man.
I got this because Ryan Reynolds said something on Twitter about it and said he knows why now.
And he can't unknow it.
He didn't tell us.
Yeah.
We don't know. But I don't care. I'm going to see it again. Me and Ron are going to go see it again this weekend. It is, if you're a comic book nerd, you got to go see this movie.
Yeah, if you were into comics in the late 80s through the 90s, this is an orgasm.
Oh yeah,
this is like a love letter to comic book fans.
And it's not only that, but it's also a great send off for all of those. I hate to tell you, youngsters out there, there was a Marvel universe before Marvel
Disney
Studios started.
Yeah.
When they were, and it started whenever they were on the verge of bankruptcy, right before the turn of the century, and they sold all their properties to Sony and Fox and Universal, and that's when we got Spider-Man, we got all the X-Men movies, we got the Hulk movie, the Fantastic Four movies. And
Sony's never going to let Spider-Man go.
They're never
going to let that
go. Never in a million years. And
I don't
why
think
would
Universal's going to let the Hulk go either.
No, I don't think they are either. No. But it was a great send-off for the 20th. I mean, they even had the 20th Century Fox fucking logo
in the ground,
like some kind of fucking Planet of the Apes moment or some shit.
The mid-credit roll is nothing but a homage to Fox.
Yeah, it's all back. It's all behind the scenes stuff from the original X-Men movies and the Fantastic Four films. And it was great. I don't know about you guys, but I dug the Fantastic Four movies. I thought Chris Evans was awesome as Johnny Storm.
The best thing about that was him being Human Torch.
Yeah,
he played Johnny
I thought Ian Gutfeld was probably the best Reed Richards until I saw John
Krasinski.
Yeah.
John
Krasinski's the perfect Reed Richards, and Disney doesn't get him. They're stupid and they're fucking retarded.
Well, they get
and his hot wife too could have been.
You had the perfect Reed Richards and Sue Storm right there, dude.
Well look, just look at it, Jed. It took them 10 years. Well, I said 8 years to make this movie happen. So they dragged their feet on everything, bro.
Well, and I don't think, I'm going to say this right now, I don't think the Fantastic Four movie is going to do that good. They're going to fuck it up.
I don't know about that bad, man. We're going to get into that here in a minute because we're going to get into the Hall H.
To go back to Deadpool cameos, even the vehicles were cameos.
Yeah, you had the Fantastic Four car in there, too.
You had freaking the Red Skull's car.
Yeah.
You had the Fantastic Four, too.
The flying bathtub. You had... just every one of them was something from a Marvel property of some kind.
Yep. It was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool.
What did you guys think of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool?
What?
He's himself.
I love that. It's funny as fuck.
Nice pool. You're talking about nice pool. Nice
pool. Oh, my God. That was hilarious. That was so funny.
He's like, you'll heal. Heal?
What do you mean heal?
The only one that doesn't have regenerative power.
And Wolverine's like, you did that on purpose.
bullets, arrows, fucking took a grenade up his ass, and all this.
That was fantastic.
Have we? Has there been a YouTube a video yet of how many, or just a montage of how many fucks were in there?
119.
Oh yeah, they've got a bunch of them, man.
Evidently, there's a ton of gay jokes. I guess I didn't pick up on them all.
Yeah.
Well, every single time that Deadpool talked to Hugh Jackman or talked to Wolverine, basically,
yeah.
I mean, there was a ton of them in there. I don't know how you could have.
Oh yeah, the people are complaining.
Oh yeah, the woke mob thinks it's not gay enough, and
they got mad about the gay jokes. That it's too overbearing. Then he said the gays.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, Will, deal with it.
I think he actually says this at one point in the movie. Some might call that gay or something like that. I can't remember.
I like the line that when Blade comes in, he's like, "Oh, I thought you were retired." He's like,
"Yeah,
retarded." He's like, "No, I'm already in the void. I'm not trying to get canceled twice."
Because remember, Ryan Reynolds was in the third Blade movie, and they had some beef back then. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
But now they squashed it, and now they're actually talking.
Yeah, I saw Wesley's. I was like, "Yeah, we've had a thing for 20 years, but actually, we've been friends the entire time."
Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm.
Well, they're fine.
Okay. We could talk about this movie for friggin' 2 hours. We could, but what I want to do is go around the horn and tell me what you thought of the movie overall and what your favorite part of it was. Go ahead, John. Tell them, give them your wrap up of this one.
I think that if Feige gets his head out of his ass, and follows the formula that Ryan Reynolds laid down, not so much the comedy, but hey, let's give the fans what they want. People will show up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll effectively save Marvel from itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's just all if Feige can.
He won't get his head out of his ass. It's too far up there.
You'll have your say in a minute, Jed. What's your favorite part of the movie?
Man, it's like asking one of my favorite.
Like picking one of your kids, right? Yeah.
I think it's when you get the three big cameos.
Yeah.
Start walking in, and first is like Elektra, and you're like, oh, who else is it? And then freaking Blade, and you're like, it can't get any bigger. And then it's Channing Tatum as Gambit, and you're like,
yeah, okay, they're just going off the chain with this stuff. Yeah. All right, buddy. Wookie.
Oh, where'd Jed go?
We lost a Jed. He was too excited.
He shot his wad. He'll be back.
Premature ejaculation.
I think this can be a good direction. It also shows you don't need to have a great plot to have a good movie.
No,
right.
Yes, it was full of fan service, but it had a lot of things that we know and care about in these characters. Wolverine running on all fours, things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to save the MCU. I think the MCU's on its own course. This had nothing to do with the MCU. Everybody's saying it's the savior. It's not. It's its own movie. My favorite scene in this movie either has to be the conversation between X-23 and Logan.
Yeah, it was excellent. Yeah.
Or all the Wolverine cameos.
Yeah.
All the different Wolverines through the timelines, just getting to see those iconic comic characters in the flesh.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked people aren't screaming for Cavill to play Wolverine now.
Right.
Yeah, man.
He looked tough as nails, dude. He looked tough. He did. Jed, tell us what you thought of it and what's your favorite part.
Dude, I'm with. I might have two favorite parts. Actually three. Part where you come out, you think it's Cap and it's Johnny, and I freaked out. Well, okay. Then, I was like, oh shit! And you get to see all the Wolverine cameos, and then you get to see our homie Blade come back for the first time in like 20 years. I freaked out because he said he'll never ever get they don't want him to play Blade again. They said Disney didn't want him to do it. I freaked out. It's just, and then the part that really got me was that part where all the fucking Deadpools come out, and then all of a sudden you see the mask come on, and dude, he goes into that Wolverine stance, and they do Deadpool and him do that action pose, and you finally get to. Hughes wanted to do this for like 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
For 20 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
He went full Wolverine, did the scream and everything, and did the stance with his claws out, and the full costume with the shredded, with the busted off fucking sleeves, everything. He got to be Wolverine real for the very first time.
Yeah.
And I bet that made... Huh? What, John?
Right in front of Liefeld's just feet.
Yeah.
That was funny. I told my wife that she fell out of her chair. She said, "Really?" And I showed her a bunch of his covers where there's no feet drawn at all. It was just fucking great,
I bet that made him so fucking happy he got to do that next to Ryan.
Yep, absolutely.
That was my favorite moment right there.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Knock, give us your final thoughts on this one. What's your favorite part?
I agree with. First of all, I agree with Wookie that this isn't part of the MCU. The other, because of the fact that what is it? Phase 4 has nothing to do with anything. Any movie after this one isn't going to have to do with anything either. So I don't feel like there's any direction with the MCU right now.
No.
Now, obviously, they're going to have to go to something because now they have Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So there's somewhere they can head to, but it's kind of okay. Well, the next movie is not going to measure up to Deadpool. It's going to be a disappointment. Whatever the next movie is. The Captain America movie. The Captain America movie is going to bomb. Like it's just
Falcon bullshit.
It's just ugh. But I mean, the best part of the movie has to be Deadpool doing the NSYNC bye. I think that's one of the.
There's only one problem with that, Knock. It had real credits. It didn't say 4 ass hats and all that shit. But other than that, it was fucking fantastic. Yeah, using every bone in Wolverine's body. That was great.
I like that they basically picked the worst Wolverine. He thinks that picking the worst Wolverine will save his time. It's such a Deadpool thing. The thing is that which is an interesting concept. Is that a new concept? That
it is.
That essential being.
Yeah,
thing. And my question is, who's the essential being now? Is it both of them?
And what?
Well, man, look.
Is that still open for interpretation, or?
Well, they said at the end of the movie it was Wolverine.
Did they? I don't remember them specifically saying anybody.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, but here's my problem, guys. If he dies of natural causes, does it still go away? I mean,
right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, that's
where I'm at. Like that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the story is not the thing with this movie. The story is full of fucking plot holes. All right.
Yeah, it is.
They retcon half the shit in it, like the fucking end of time being a pet for the fucking bad guy now, and shit like that. But I got to tell you, I said it in my review. I do reviews of these movies on Facebook from my fans over there, and they, I just do a short paragraph, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the main thrust of it was, if you have passion for the material, it's proven over and over and over again. Quit getting these people that don't. I mean, we heard them say in the Marvel writers' room we didn't want anybody that read comic books years ago, and it's like, no. Fucking shit can those people, and I hear that they are slowly shit canning those people out of Marvel Studios. That's what we're hearing, and that's part of this thrust with this Deadpool movie. When you have passion for a project, you can make a great fucking movie, and that's what we saw. We saw a guy in Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Don't discount Hugh Jackman just being his friend. He enjoys playing Wolverine too. He digs it.
And they made the joke about him till he's 90.
Right, till he's 90.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's gonna do it.
Well, that's because he did sign that new contract that's multiple.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole thing about this movie is, guys, just go and check your brain at the door and enjoy
Have fun.
the funniest. I think I could say this easily. The funniest superhero movie that's ever been made. It was so fucking funny. I was literally crying when fucking 5'1" Wolverine jumped off the fucking bar stool. That just cracked me right the fuck up. It was so
Even-
hilarious. Because remember when X-Men came out and they saw who was playing Wolverine, they're like, no, this guy's 6'2". What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, everybody was complaining, and he
And he made it his own.
And he only made it awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
and
Hugh
can't
Jackman's an
imagine
excellent
anybody
actor in
else
the first
playing
place.
him, right? You know,
Yeah.
Well, there was complaints about Christopher Reeve when he became Superman too.
yeah, I know.
You know, so
But-
but he's the best Superman ever.
To wrap this up, guys, I gotta say, I thought it was a great send off to the 20th Century Fox bunch, all the X-Men movies, and I've said this several times. You guys have heard me say it on the show. I never had a problem with the X-Men storyline being in the Fox universe away from the MCU. I never had a problem with that because guys like Wookie and John and Jed know that when we were growing up, they weren't part of the rest of the Marvel universe. They didn't do crossovers very much.
No,
There was the mutant books, and then there was the rest of the Marvel universe. And then you had Spider-Man, who was a solo act then. They started putting them in the Avengers around the turn of the century. And the Avengers
Every now and then he'd
became a
pop up in-
catch-all for everybody then.
Yeah, every now and then he'd pop up in X-Men or Fantastic Four. He was what an
He
honorary
was
member
part of the Fantastic
in the
Four.
80s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I just say this. It's the funniest damn superhero movie you're ever going to see. And if you're a comic book fan, you have to go see this because you have not ever seen anything like it that caters to stuff that you like. You have not seen anything
It
like
was the most comic book of any comic book movie.
It was absolutely great. And I can't wait to go see it again. But if you're looking for deep thinking plot, don't.
Not there.
No. All I have to do is say three-letter
I don't know. I feel like especially when Wolverine broke down, that was definitely a heavy, that was
heavy.
Hugh Jackman.
And it was a great this you're right. The good part of the story is the arc of both of these characters. It was a great next step for both of these characters. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
It did not destroy I don't feel like it destroyed the legacy of Logan at all. I think it was great. A great redemption arc for this particular Wolverine.
They actually
who,
paid
by the way,
respect.
if you don't know, went out and got drunk while all of his X-Men brothers got killed. And then he went on a fucking murderous rampage to where the entire world.
Yeah, I did want to see more of that.
Right. Yeah.
Of the slaughter and then the other slaughter.
Yeah,
so I was hoping for the one time I wanted flashbacks. They don't give flashbacks.
You hate flashbacks, but you could have used it. In this one, right?
Hopefully there's some deleted scene somewhere where they just show them slaughtering people.
I thought it was.
Oh, go ahead.
Hang on.
I thought it was funny that they would drop in like music from The Greatest Showman or Les Mis. Or,
yeah.
They did it on purpose,
Yeah.
Because he was in all those.
I hope we get to see Daphne and Keane return. I think she's an excellent actress when she's used properly, not like the acolyte. But I think she's pretty good. She did great as a
She
kid.
had so
She
much
did good in this
makeup
movie.
on in that show, and she actually did good in the little bit of part she had in that show. You know, I mean, it's hard to polish a turd, though. Wook, it really is.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, she's gorgeous. She's grown up to be a great-looking young girl, and I'd like to see more of her, no doubt. And I'd like to see more of her as X-23. We got the X-Men movies coming, I'm sure, down the line from these guys.
She's gonna be part of the Young Avengers. How much you want to make it?
Well, we'll see.
It would be better for it. I mean,
right? It would. Okay, let me put this thumbnail back up. Guys, we are done talking spoilers.
And take the ticker off, Joe.
I'm going to, producer. If you want to start producing, I'll give you the key.
You literally told me to tell you shit.
Anyway, we're done talking spoilers about
Jed's such a
Deadpool
nagger.
Wolverine. I want you guys to go see it. I'm telling you, it's worth the money. Go see it in the theater. But theaters. Go ahead.
I was just going to say just something in general, not necessarily just about Deadpool, but when you stick to I think one of my favorite shows of 2024 is most definitely Fallout. And what did Fallout do? Mm-hmm. It stuck to the fucking source material, and it's just it's amazing how that works, right? Because guess what guess what just got canceled? Halo. Guess which one of these two didn't stick to the source material?
Wait, didn't get canceled. They're shopping it around.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. One of the biggest,
if they send it to Apple, I'll be interested.
Ever is done.
fuck off with that.
It is horrible.
No, I agree with Knock. Fallout was amazing, and it did a lot of things right. It got a lot of things wrong. It didn't have to be 100% to make a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a 10, but it's not a 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
You enjoy yourself watching it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a solid 8.5 to 9.
Never played that game in my life, and I enjoyed that show. I thought it was good. You know, I love the
and that was the great thing about it too. You didn't even have to play the games because the games themselves, they have little stories in them, but they weren't about the stories at all. Not really. They were about exploring and it's just like Skyrim. How many people have actually finished the Skyrim storyline? Hardly anybody. Like I think I've done it once. I have beaten Skyrim one time.
I did all the side quests too.
Yeah.
I have like 800 hours in Skyrim.
I have 0.
And I've never finished the story.
I think I put like 300-400 hours before I actually committed myself to actually beating the game.
I think I understand where you guys are coming from. I have never finished Red Dead Redemption 2's story. I play online. That's how I play. You know, I love the online.
Well, that's kind of different. Online versus single player. We're talking single player, playing of the experiences of these games.
Right.
Or online's a little different.
Well, in Fallout, it's not lore based because nothing you do is locked in stone because you have choices throughout the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so replayable too.
All right, boys and girls. Not getting off the subject of Marvel. We had the San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, and there were some ups and downs there in Hall 8. Let's get into it here. First thing they had was an homage to this record-breaking movie that they are doing right now. They had an actual choir come out here and do like a prayer. Now, I'm not going to keep the sound on during this. I just wanted to show you
got
guys
the sound on.
Choir. So, what's that?
You got the sound on.
No, I've got it on. I think.
Is that a mosh pit in the middle of the crowd?
Actually, it's a bunch of different Wolverines and Deadpools and stuff. I'll let this play. Well, actually, let me fast forward it to about right there, and you'll see these guys. They're singing like a prayer. You guys didn't hear it when I had it on?
Yeah, I heard it.
I need to reshare it. That's fine.
No, we had audio
anyway, but they're singing like a prayer.
I didn't think you wanted audio because of the music.
Yeah, Madonna song.
But they did the whole music number and everything, so that was pretty cool. That's how they started their Hall H thing, and they had everything. Our artist Deadpool and everything. It was pretty cool. Let's see. I got to resend this so that you guys can hear the sound. I think this thing stalls out the sound if you keep it muted for too long. I think that's what happens with this stuff.
I've never had that problem.
Well, I'm just telling you, dude. It happens to me all the time. If I keep it muted for too long, when I try to unmute it, which is what I just did, you guys couldn't hear it. So, the next one they talked about was Captain America. Or should I call it the African American?
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Now
Steve Rogers is the only Captain America.
We did find out that what's this fella's name right here, Knock, that you met at the Comic-Cons? He's from
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that's it.
Giancarlo Esposito, Giancarlo.
Yeah, he's playing Sidewinder.
Yeah, from Circus Society.
I
thought
he plays a really good villain. I've never seen him as a good guy.
Yeah.
So, he does a good villain.
But from what I understand, this movie has been totally reshot, and apparently his character was added in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't originally in the movie. But I just wanted to show you this. Now, this is Harrison Ford gets up here, and check out what he does. They apparently just showed the Red Hulk, right? Look at that old stoner.
Well, he's high as hell there.
And I am proud to become a member of the Marvel Universe.
And let it be known, he knows nothing about it, boys and girls.
Yeah,
I saw him in an interview later on, and they asked him about how does it feel to be part of Earth 616, and he goes, That's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I don't know why Harrison wanted to get involved with this because he kind of hates Star Wars a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Why would you get involved with another thing you're gonna get?
Them grandkids need money, man. They run out of
Yeah,
Lambos.
bro. They need money, man. Okay, so the next thing they talked about was let's see, it's right here. It was Fantastic Four.
And actually, Harrison Ford's trying to have an up to end his career because Indiana Jones was not it.
Hang on.
Kathleen Kennedy was a bitch.
And look, Ryan's out here pimping his Mint Mobile.
Can't see it.
Hang on, man. I'll put it back up in just a second. I got an ad with Ryan Reynolds in it. Okay. So the next thing we got was they're talking about Fantastic Four. Yeah. And apparently the name of the movie is First Steps.
Why does the title card look like that? It looks like
it's a 60s thing, dude.
But it looks like a kid's book.
It does look like a kid's book.
I personally like it. I think they've done a good design.
That was a good design right there. It actually is. And then if you do the Marvel logo, the Marvel Studios, that's from the old theater in LA that got closed where they used to have the film thing. Mm-hmm. I only got to go there once, but that theater was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, they showed what the name of it's going to be. And they let you know that it's going to take place in the 60s, but it's going to be like a Jetsons type 60s. It's going to be futuristic 60s. John actually has one of the photographs. I've seen some of them. I can tell you that the Thing actually has the eyebrow rock.
Yes, they did that properly. Yeah. It's just Reed. I'm not too sold on.
Well, and there's like a weird thing with her and her and Pablo, where she's like holding her hand and pulling her to one side while they're talking, and
yeah, it's really weird.
They're going full on 60s.
Yeah. Well, this is the deal. They showed a bunch. They didn't show any footage, but what they did was they showed a bunch of still pics of concept art and
I looked at it.
And
so they showed Galactus was in live action.
Was he?
Yeah, they show him like he comes down and looks in the window.
Yeah, that's the shot right there of him looking through the window of the back.
Surprised he's not a woman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Norrin Red is.
They're talking about making the Silver Surfer a chick. But one thing they did do, and I heard Gary from Nerdrotic talking about this, and I got the marker here for it. Hang on, I'll show you guys. This was pretty neat because they apparently start filming pretty quick. Check this out. Hang on. Let me unmute it, and then I'll hit my mark.
And don't forget to share your screen.
And I will share my screen. Boop. Okay, here we go. If I can find my damn cursor. Here we go.
But you start shooting on Monday back in the UK. Don't you have to get to work?
We got to go. Yeah.
The plane's flying.
They literally have to fly back. But the good thing about that is they have their own fantastic car, which will take them back to the UK, hopefully, very, very quickly.
They actually had the car fly through the crowd.
Yeah. I'm still not sold on the car yet.
Well,
I don't know. I think it's a decent update.
I'll tell you this much, Jed. I haven't seen much with Pedro Pascal in it that I haven't liked. About the only thing I haven't liked with him in it was Wonder Woman 1984, and it's not his fault that movie was bad. Okay, you can't polish a turd. The guy, I loved him in Last of Us. I thought he was good in that. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I am, because I'm a Fantastic Four nerd.
Oh, dude, that was one of my first comics. That was one of my first comics I started reading along with Superman.
Yeah, I never cared for it.
So, dude, Fantastic Heart is near and dear. Look on the Archivist channel. There's Fantastic Four over the place, along with Spider-Man and Superman.
Well, then we had Thunderbolts, and they introduced the entire crowd of that. But
they're gonna fuck this up too.
They introduced the whole the whole cast for that, but the part that everybody nerded out on was whenever they introduced Black Black Widow's daddy, who came out there in his
David Harbour. Yeah.
Yeah. There's Sebastian Stan coming out there. He came out there after.
Wait. How are they? He's Bucky.
Yeah. That's not.
Okay.
No, that's Sebastian Stan.
There he is.
Yeah.
Coming out in costume.
Oh, okay.
No, he walked out.
I didn't turn the sound on. Shit. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Let me start this over.
So he's gonna be part of the Thunder.
They're all bad guys, man.
That's been a thing for like 2 years, Jeff. Like, I don't know what, like this is not news.
No, but it's the thing that frustrates me.
This is the Suicide Squad.
I love the original Thunderbolts. I have all the comics.
I'm just saying that's Marvel Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I have all the original Thunderbolt comics.
The Thunderbolts, we think all the same thoughts. We take care of each other. We show up for each other. Let me introduce you to. You guys didn't dress up?
He said, I sent that email, guys. But yeah, I'm not really that hyped about this movie.
Yeah, because I know they're going to screw it up.
Well,
I love the original Thunderbolts. They were awesome.
For those who don't know, the original Thunderbolts was actually a plan when the Avengers were gone.
Yeah.
Baron Zemo got together a bunch of villains, repackaged them as heroes to try and pull one over on people. The only problem is the bad guys suddenly realized, hey, we like being good guys.
Yep.
Right.
And so they turned on Zemo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it got really good. The first story arc on the first 12 issues was superb. After that, it tapered off and got bad. So.
Well, I'll go see it to see Florence Pugh, and excuse me, the Winter Soldier. I dig the Winter Soldier, so he's gonna be.
Cap.
But Bucky's never been a bad guy. Well, Winter Soldier, but Bucky went back.
Except for the time where he was assassinating people, he was never a bad guy. He was brainwashed the whole time.
What I'm saying is he's not a bad guy no more. No, Bucky's not a bad guy no more.
He must have been a bad guy when he assassinated.
Yes, he was, but he's not a bad guy no more.
No, isn't he running Thunderbolts though?
Relax, Jed. It's gonna be okay, bro.
Dude. We got a bunch of B fucking characters that they weren't even in the fucking comic.
What is the point of this movie? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, they're not putting the people that were in the comic, and we're just fuck you, Disney Marvel.
It's just so they can put them in Secret Wars.
I was fixing to say,
and they're gonna fuck that up too.
Okay, Jed, let me say something. Okay, God bless, man. Damn,
I'm comic.
Take it down a notch. Okay. Yeah. Now,
comics, Star Wars,
You're not going to let me do it, are you? You're not going to let me do it.
You my triggers. You know my triggers,
I'm about to mute you. Stop it. Okay? Stop. The whole reason why they're doing things like this with these B characters and shit is because they don't have to pay them as much money as they do everybody else. Because wait until you see how much they're paying the dude that's coming back to their universe here.
Which is stupid.
We're going to talk about it. Relax. We're going to get to it.
You mean the two dudes that are coming back to fight again?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, one move I do like is bringing these two guys back because they made the best stuff that the...
I agree with them.
Best stuff that the MCU has done, and that is bringing back the Russo brothers.
But you do know Disney is desperate now, right? They brought back
Russo. They're definitely desperate.
Ed, if you let me finish my presentation, sir.
Do you want to hear a little bit about the Avenger films? You know, one thing that people have been asking...
How about no?
Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, Joe and Anthony Russo.
Hey, how's that desperation, Feige?
Oh my God. We missed you guys.
I can't believe we got the call.
Yeah, right? Well, they said they didn't want to bring back the Russos. Now the Russos are back on stage with them.
And they're paying a whole bunch of money for these fellas.
Call it desperation, you're saying. It's
they
it's a
are
business
paying
decision.
a whole bunch of
They
money.
realize that they
Desperation.
need to do that. You can call it desperation, yeah.
They
but
brought Feige brothers back, and they brought fucking him back to play
cares?
Dune,
Who
which
cares
is just
why they did
basically
it?
Iron
That's
Man in
not
a
the only
different
people
arm.
they're bringing back.
Yeah.
It isn't why they did it, Jed. That doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're doing it and they're putting it in the hands of the Russos because the Russos are bringing their writing team back.
I have not seen
Supposedly
anything.
James Gunn crafted all that stuff. James Gunn
Yeah,
sat down with
Gunn
the
did
Russos
all
and
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gunn did most of that.
Okay. Gunn outlined it, fellas. He didn't write all the shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
These
Gunn
guys
put it all together. He put the base of it together. They just wrote the rest of it.
Jed, let me finish what I'm saying, okay? My favorite Marvel movie was made by these two dudes. The Winter Soldier is the first one they made, and it was so good that they gave him the keys to Infinity War, which, in my opinion, is the best Avengers movie. And then you had Endgame, which some people liked, some people didn't like, but I thought it was a good wrap-up for the thing. But it sure made a whole lot of problems for the rest of the stuff going forward. But these guys were behind all of that, and that's the biggest movies they ever made. So this, yes, it's desperation on their part, and it's also smart of them to bring these two guys back. Now, the next one they announced, of course, they talk about Secret Wars being one of the movies, and one of the Russo brothers talks about why he's looking forward to doing it right here.
And it's the biggest story that Marvel Comics ever told. It's the
bullshit
run that I read as a kid that made me fall in love with comics. It's the reason that Ant and I are standing.
Which Secret Wars, though? The original, the second, or the rebooted bullshit?
Jed, can we listen to it?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I just landed.
No,
in
we can't.
Just listen, Jed. Listen to Trump right now, Jed. You son of a bitch. You listen to Trump. He's unbelievable.
2024, motherfuckers.
That was good. That was great timing.
It was perfect timing. Okay, so yeah, I agree with you. It's not the biggest story in comic book history. It's not.
No.
Matter of fact, I would say Crisis on Infinite Earths is probably the biggest one.
I say Infinity Gauntlet for Marvel, for DC Infinity, and Crisis on Infinity Earths.
But the last one,
I like the Phoenix Saga.
But Phoenix Saga to me is one of the best.
Phoenix would be in second place to Infinity War.
Okay, and here's their announcement about the last. Actually, Secret Wars is the 6th Avengers movie that's going to be coming. The 5th one is what they're going to.
But which in Secret Wars? The first one in the 80s.
No, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Let me finish this presentation, please, Jed. Okay. This is where they talk about the 5th one.
Are those Jawas?
Listen.
Houdini!
He's one of the more complex characters in all of comics, right, Kevin? Then I think we're going to need the greatest actor in the world to play that character. As proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
And they said Von Doom, not just Doom.
Victor Von Doom. Yeah.
I also have another question too.
Okay, well, just hang on, Jed. We could give Robert Downey Jr. his 10 seconds.
And he puts his Stark glasses on.
Yeah.
New mask. Same task. What did I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
And there you go.
So, do you know who else is coming back?
No. Tell me.
Josh Brolin as Thanos.
Really?
Yep.
coming back as King Thanos. So it's going to be Doom versus Thanos again, or RDJ versus Josh Brolin.
Oh, round 2. Sweet.
So it's just gonna be fucking
same
They're not gonna
cast,
do
different mask. In other words, he's still trying to save the world.
So wait, so is there going to be like 6 or 7 stones that they have to get on a necklace, and they have to collect the pieces of the necklace, and then the
paperweights now? Don't you know? Those are paperweights.
It's going to be on the cock ring.
Okay. yeah. So wait. So you're telling me there's a butt plug in there somewhere too? So.
Okay.
Anyways,
store all the stones. He's going to store all the stones. And he's going to tear them apart.
Those days are over, Wookie. Those days are over. We don't talk about that anymore.
God. Clay says boo to Robert Downey Jr. I don't say boo to him, but I say
Robert Downey Jr. I like that, B. Clay. That's good.
Doomy.
I think he was. It was good.
Yeah. Doomy Jr. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to Jed's first question about the Secret War. Which one are they doing? I don't think it's going to be the one that. What was the guy's name? It's Reed and Sue's kid, right? The Mole Man.
Oh, Franklin Richards.
Yeah. So there was
no. Molecule Man isn't their kid. Their kid is Franklin Richards, who's the most powerful being in the multiverse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
After Captain Marvel.
No. Well.
Captain Marvel, bro.
Disney Captain Marvel.
At one point, Galactus becomes Franklin Richards' herald.
Yeah.
That's how powerful Franklin Richards is.
Yeah, but isn't Kang
Molecule Man was in the first one.
Yeah.
And he's just an extremely powerful being.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point of the first Secret Wars was there was an even more powerful being called the Beyonder.
Yeah, the Beyonder.
Yeah.
That basically had Earth heroes, Earth villains fight on Battleworld.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In the whole reason why the first Secret Wars was actually made was to sell toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason why they came out with
it. That's why they're all made. It was all to sell toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to do the one on Battleworld. I think that's what they're going to do.
And chances are this is where we're going to see. This is going to get the introduction of Venom into an actual introduction of Venom into the multiverse,
right? Because
that's where he.
That's where Spider-Man got.
Yeah, that's where he gets the black. I have like 10 copies of that comic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All signed.
Okay, so now this move to get Robert Downey Jr. First of all, I understand bringing the Russo brothers back because they are good at what they do.
Yeah, I give you that on that. Yeah.
But Robert Downey Jr. Now, I'm pretty sure the only crossover between Doom and Iron Man was the fact that Victor Von Doom actually stepped into the suit at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
He became the infamous Iron Man. Yeah.
The infamous Iron Man. Yeah. Going the other way, I don't see anything like that.
They're probably going to take their cues from that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I say Maz Mikkelsen, Fassbender, Cillian Murphy, all probably better Dooms than bringing back somebody that's already
They got that. That was just a desperation move in their part.
I mean, they play way better, psychotic people. Robert Downey Jr. does a great job, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that it's like putting Natalie Portman in another Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
As a different role.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doom is psychotic, but keeps his cool at the same time.
He's maniacal.
Doom is not psychotic.
Yeah.
Doom is megalomaniac. There's a difference.
Yeah.
He's a megalomaniac.
He can do it, but I don't. What if he goes back to his old drug days and pulls experience from that? I think he can do maybe.
The biggest weakness of the original Fantastic Four movies was Julian McMahon as Dr. Doom. He didn't part at all.
Because they pulled him because the only reason why he did that is because he was he did good on Charm. So like, hey, he's a good bad guy on there. Let's bring him over there, and he was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm going to give RDJ the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
I think he's earned that. He's a great actor. what other actor can say they played a black man? Not many. So,
I will say,
if he can play that, why can't he play Doctor Doom? I don't like. He's his range is incredible. Okay, I think he can pull off Doctor Doom.
First 5 minutes of Tropic Thunder, and I didn't realize it was him until halfway through the movie.
You didn't?
Yeah, I did. The first time I watched it, I didn't know it was him at all.
Yeah,
I never watched the credits or anything like that, or the beginning stuff. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah,
I knew it was him. The guy I didn't recognize was Cruz. That's the dude.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Now the only problem is it's not his acting skill that is in question here. It's that familiar face, that familiar
in a
voice,
different role. But is it going to be a different role? That's the thing. The rumor mill is flying. The rumor mill's saying like Victor Von Doom is going to get a variant of Tony Stark and manipulate him somehow, like mind control. Because I mean, let's face it, Doom can do damn near anything.
Yeah, Doom is. I would say Doom's up there with Thanos.
Yeah. So
Doom and Thanos are
he's definitely big
dogs. If they're about to fight, I would hope so. Otherwise,
he's definitely look. There's a Mount Rushmore of bad guys in the Marvel comic books, and Doom is one of them, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
he is a badass. But I wanted to get into this here. Robert Downey Jr. is reportedly earning so much money for his return to Marvel Cinematic Universe. This article details that they are bringing back the Russos at a cost of $80 million for Anthony and Joe Russo to do Doomsday and Secret Wars. And this comes after they cost Amazon $200 million for Citadel reshoots, which that show sucked, by the way.
Oh, that
and
was
it had to be bad for me not to like it because I'll watch anything about spies, and that was horrible. It was bad. They don't say in here what he's making, but I do have an article about that. What they do mention in here is that he made $75 million a piece for Infinity War and Endgame. Robert Downey Jr. did,
and then he won the Oscar, so that knocks his payout.
And what's funny is he only made $4 million for that movie, for Oppenheimer, for that part.
Yeah.
But he did win the Oscar
film,
which jacks his price up, right?
Yeah.
Well, his new price, boys and girls, is $100 million. That's how much he's making for coming back and playing Doom.
So he also, as Tony Stark as Iron Man, got merchandising rights. He was one of the few actors in the MCU to get merchandising rights. So he made money off the toys also. He probably made $500 million off of his entire run. So
Eclay, the Russos are bringing their writing team with them.
I was fixing to say, Eclay, I much like Knox said, I'm going to give Robert Downey Jr. the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give the Russos the benefit of the doubt because they've made the three best, besides the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They've made the three best Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, if you ask me.
Well, I like Civil War too.
So the question here, right here, you have these.
I just don't ever count Civil War because that movie right there, that should have been an Avengers movie.
Yeah, it's Avengers 3.5. Or 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, but it was still fucking banger.
Yeah,
now,
it was great.
The two pictures here talking about the money that he's making. What has whatchamacallit done compared to Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, nothing. And what's
it's
funny
it's like
is
these females complaining that they're not making as much as a star. And they've made 2 movies, and the star of the movies made 16.
Yeah,
and won an Oscar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors breaks his silence about Robert Downey Jr. replacing him in the next Avengers movie's villain. He's heartbroken and says, if the fans want him, he'll come back.
He wants the paycheck.
Nobody wants you, Jonathan.
Nobody wants you, brother.
Maybe
and I will say
this. Maybe you should beat up your girlfriend.
Yeah. I will say this. The situation he was in was complicated.
Allegedly.
Extremely complicated.
Right. Yes. Yes.
But what about the guy from Rick and Morty who faced charges and it was thrown out of court and he lost his entire career?
Yep.
And he still hasn't gotten it back.
I haven't watched that show. I tried the first couple. It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't feel the same. I didn't even finish the season.
I stopped watching after he left. Too,
Right.
so.
But he got destroyed over allegations that were thrown out of court unjustified. But we can't cancel Kang. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Because he's black.
So I am from the waist down.
Yeah. But, motherfucker, you spell my jokes again.
Clay makes a good point. He said, "Did you see Gray Man? It was awful." And the same writers. I'm sure the Citadel's the same way, and Citadel suck. But this is them stepping back into the MCU, and they've done just fine.
By the way, did you hear that Superman finished filming?
Yes, I did.
Did hear that.
I'm anxious to see a trailer.
Yeah.
It'll be a year out.
I know. It'd be a year, but I'd say 8 months to a year before we see a trailer.
There was some leaked footage on Reddit from, I want to say it was Make-A-Wish kids, because the people that were talking, it sounded like they were something going on with them. And you see like these two bulldozers flying down the street and hitting stuff, and it's Metropolis Avenue and stuff like that. So, so it's not all CGI. There's a lot of practical effects in it.
Yeah, and I heard this rumor that they got Christopher Reeve's son in the movie and some other stuff. So I'm like,
well, I'm just, you know, you guys have heard me talk about this already. My whole thing, my whole worry, my concern, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that they keep cramming more characters into this movie, and it's supposed to be a Superman movie. So
I think it's going to be the intro to Justice League. I think is what it's going to be, but it's going to be a Superman movie.
Well, the last time they said they were going to make a Superman movie, and they shoved a bunch of characters into it, what did we get?
Yeah. Well,
Dawn of Justice. We got Martha, right?
Yeah.
Martha.
But my whole thing is, I don't care to watch a Superman movie. I'd rather watch a Batman movie than a Superman.
Well, that's.
Well, they have one coming out here soon.
Yeah.
Well,
are you gonna? Here's a question for you guys: are you gonna watch Penguin?
No.
Sparkle Tits is going to be Batman.
Is that the one where the female penguin now, or something?
No,
like
that's
that?
the animated series on Amazon, I think.
No.
J.J. Abrams.
No. It's
No, there's a female penguin.
Oh, yeah, that's a different one. I think Wookiees knows which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but see, it's the Batman, and that Batman is like the worst detective.
Joe, are you
ever.
talking about the live action? Are you talking about the live action Penguin? No, they just released a cartoon on Amazon that is Batman Adventures, and it's a female penguin.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
And the guy that we used to love on the animated adventures is
All I know when it comes to Batman, and if we're starting over with the whole DC stuff, the only thing I want is to not fucking see how Batman's parents die again. I need that to just be a thing. I think we've established that his parents died in an alley by some criminal in some kind of shape or form.
Yeah,
we just need to accept that happened. I don't need to see it again. I'm begging you.
That's going to be the end of Joker 2.
They need to stop that shit with Spidey and
I'm fine with that.
Batman.
I just don't want an entrance. I want at the beginning of I swear to God, if the next Batman movie comes out, it's not going to be this with what's his name, Robert Pattinson, because they skipped it with him, which made me like it more. I thought he did great in that role, but if they do another, to tie, because that obviously that Batman's not going to be in the DCU. If they do another Batman and they do the alleyway scene again, I'm not even gonna. I'm probably, if I go see it in theaters, I'll probably walk out of the theaters.
So
I'm done with it.
I don't
Wouldn't
think
it be
you're going to
funny
see it again. No.
if they end Joker 2 with Harley Quinn and the Joker shooting Batman's parents in the alley?
That would be cool.
See, I'd be fine with that because that's the end of the movie. I've already done much of the movie, but like the beginning of a new Batman movie, that's all.
I also have a Batman pick.
Huh?
I also have a Batman pick, and it's kind of a play. Tom Hardy.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Alan Richardson's really pushing for it.
Dude, if Tom Hardy got Batman, I'd be okay with that. And this is a comic book fan.
Are you talking about the guy that plays Reacher?
Yep.
Yeah, that hates Trump and hates cops and hates everybody else.
He wants to play Batman?
Yeah,
play Batman.
Evidently, when he came out and said all that shit, fucking Reacher went in the toilet, like all the ratings.
Yeah, he did. Yep. He seduced
I don't know. I always, it's funny. I always thought George Clooney would make a good Batman.
He make a good
Mr. Batman.
Why wasn't Michael Keaton?
Return of the Batnips. That's what I mean.
We we didn't get a chance to judge because he was only in that movie for 10 minutes. So hey, maybe
I still think Michael Keaton's one of the best Batman. So.
Oh yeah, he's the best Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, best Batman out of all that shit.
My favorite's always going to be Christian Bale. It's just
I like
best
Bale.
Batman is always going to be Kevin Conroy.
Yes,
and I like. You guys can laugh at me all you want. I like Ben Affleck in the suit. He's the only one that's not
I actually like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, he's huge in that suit, man.
I'm sorry. Every time I see Ben Affleck, I see O'Banion from Dazed and Confused.
Right.
By the way, and I thought it was great. In Deadpool, they mentioned it. Oh, you're like a Batman who can turn his neck.
Yeah, Batman who can turn his neck. Yes, absolutely, man. All right, so Hall H. I'm down with the Russos coming back. Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, I'm just not on board with. I understand Knox's perspective. The guy's a great actor, no doubt about it. But let's get somebody else. I mean, there's guys that can do a better job at that part. I'd take Willem Dafoe over him, man. As old as he is, he'd do a good job at Doom too.
Yeah, I really like Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. I'm just sad that the second movie wasn't as good and it didn't continue on.
I hear they're working on another one of those, though.
Yeah.
I think they're working on another one.
The first one was really good. That second one is
Yeah.
That second one was good.
Guys,
me and my wife
what if this is all just a ploy to get people hyped? And he's not actually playing Doom. He's playing an alternate Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Who gets...
I've already thought about that, too.
See, that's... Well, like I
brought
said,
that
one
up.
of the rumors is that it may be Victor Von Doom taking over a variant of Tony Stark in the movie.
Even better, what if they have him as Dr. Doom for like the first 5 minutes, and then he gets crushed by a boulder, and it's not even him?
And his daughter comes in because that was the original.
yeah.
And he makes 10 million a minute. And he's only in the movie 10 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets into a fight scene with a braided girl who is trying to take his mask, and they fight with Matrix style. And he only lasts 10 minutes, and because he tried to save another person. And I hope my messaging is getting across. The Acolyte. I'm quoting the Acolyte right now.
I know you are.
Why you be doing that?
Maybe Ironheart kicks his ass in the first 5 minutes.
I don't like Ironheart at all.
I hope we never see that show. I'm sure it's in a
coming.
can
They've made
somewhere.
it. They're gonna put it out there.
I can't believe they're putting Agatha out, man.
Dude,
I can't believe this shit.
Ironheart.
Well, that one's kind of funny. I kind of dig the That's just a silly one to me, and I enjoy it.
So I'll probably watch it with lube. But I'm gonna have to say, seeing Ironheart in Black Panther 2, it looks like it's somebody put an anime character on screen with the rest of the action
Yeah, it
characters.
does. Yeah, it is. Looks like a Gundam, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so bad.
All right,
I'm gonna give Agatha a chance because Catherine Hahn was probably one of the best things to come out of that WandaVision.
Well, we'll see. Okay, boys and girls. I've got a bunch of articles here, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have time to get to all of them. So I'm gonna
Sydney.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I do want to
am.
mention. Now, I do want to mention about there is a Yellowstone spinoff coming. Patrick J. Adams from Suits is going to join the cast, and it's Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell. It's tentatively called 2024, but this is going to be a spinoff of the Yellowstone bunch, and it says there have been no official details on the premise of the spinoff beyond the vague original log line of the Yellowstone franchise, continuing the exploration of the Dutton family dynasty, past and present, with new locations, characters. I'm sorry.
What did they
What?
stop?
I couldn't hear you over my talking. What?
What did they stop in the first place?
He didn't even get that, did he?
I heard.
What did you say, Jed?
Why did they stop the original show in the first place?
Because Costner walked away.
Because Costner wasn't in it anymore.
To go do Horizon, his
Okay.
pet project that is like tanking.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they're going to continue the family in new locations and characters, as well as some crossover characters. So I don't know what relation these guys are going to be to the Duttons we've watched on television, but if Taylor Sheridan is attached to this thing, so he's been doing well. Everything I've watched of his, I've liked. So,
dude, I would have loved to see Taylor Sheridan to do a Jonah
Hey,
Hex
Joe.
movie.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I have to mention one thing. The NFL season has officially kicked off.
Yes, the kickoff
The
was
preseason game has officially started.
Yes. Okay, the Hall of
Who
Fame
is
game,
it?
and we'll talk about that here in a minute because
Who is
when
it?
we
Who's
close
the
the show,
teams?
What is
the
this
teams
football?
tonight are the second stringers of the Chicago Bears versus the second stringers of the Houston Texans.
So does that mean we get to see Ryan Leaf 2.0?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So this thing about Yellowstone and Kurt Russell being attached.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a time jump and his son plays a younger version of him?
Gee whiz, you think?
That wouldn't happen, would it, John?
They're
You never
gonna
seen
do that.
anything like that?
Hey, man, look, the
It
guy
works.
looks just like him. I mean, how can you not? I mean, we just recently did Soldier, if you remember that one.
That was the
on
best part
Military
of the
Monday.
Monarch series.
And
Yeah,
he
it
plays,
was.
yeah.
Monarchs was awesome.
Go back and watch Soldier. He plays him as a young man in that program, in that sci-fi classic, man. And he looks just like him. I mean, he looks exactly like him, like when he played in Disney movies.
Dude, I would love for them to like do some like cool ass movies like with him in it. So
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe they'll turn their shit around one day, but right now that doesn't look possible.
yeah.
But I also wanted to share with you. I think this is funny just because I love Ben Affleck to death, but he needs to get his shit together. He's probably on the bottle again. Jennifer Lopez shows Ben Affleck pool body after filing for divorce. Apparently, they're going to get divorced again.
Wait, he gonna divorce her and go back to Jennifer?
No, she's filing for divorce.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
filing for divorce. But that's her on her birthday at the age of 55.
She's probably cheating on him, and she's gonna go hook up with some other dude.
I do not know, man. But she don't look bad for her age. But that is the perfect segue because she may be hot, but we know there's one hotter, don't we, gentlemen? Don't we? We know there's one that's standing above all the rest of them right now. That's for sure. If I can find the damn video to introduce her. Shit. Where'd it go?
I will say this about J-Lo. It's probably not worth the squeeze.
No.
Oh,
Not
and
at all.
did you see that thing I put in the Discord here for you?
No. Right now, I'm going to show this.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue? Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than
Mr.
that,
President, Ms. Sweeney, to see you.
have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
All right, boys and girls, it's time for the Sweeney Spot.
And I also put something about her in the private chat, Joe.
Okay, I will look at it here in a second. What we got here is Sydney Sweeney's horror hit Immaculate gets a Hulu streaming date. She is going to be putting that one out on Hulu on August 15th. Friday, August 15th. You'll be able to watch that on Hulu if you've got that service.
We got some new prices on Hulu, too.
Yeah? Do they? They've gone up again?
What were they, Knock?
Oh, you're talking about, yeah. Tell him what you're talking about there, Knock.
What am I? I'm sorry, I missed what was said.
The prices for
He was
Hulu?
talking about the new price for Hulu. Isn't that package?
Oh yeah. So it's the $16.99 with ads, and so it's the Hulu, Disney, and Max all together. So it's $16.99 for the three with ads, and then it's $29.99 with no ads for all.
Okay.
The bundle.
See.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's 30% off if you get all three, the bundle, which will be increased in about 3 months. And then, because they're all going to individually increase their prices, and it'll make the bundle get more expensive.
And
So,
so
yeah.
on and so on.
So the discount will only last for like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, her new movie. If you want to see Immaculate, which I'm gonna have to start checking out this girl's catalog. I mean, I'm just now getting into her.
I mean, not Kaz. He's seen all her nude scenes.
Oh, I know. Yeah. What's the name? What's the name of that show?
The Voyeurs.
And the Voyeurs. Okay.
The Voyeurs. Yeah.
But anyway, don't worry. She's not going to be a nun forever, boys and girls. According to our good man Wookie, Sydney Sweeney promises her clothes will stay off for the cameras as she's fine with nudity. What is this all about?
They tried to throw some trash at her because when she was doing her TV show, whatever the name,
Euphoria. Yeah.
She has a nude scene in it, and her co-star could not perform, couldn't look at the camera because she was nude.
And then she was nude in Anyone But You too, to a point.
So, I guess that's something they should have taken up with the intimacy coordinator, don't you think?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, right. Or they can just go get Glenn Powell again. I'm sure he's fine.
Glenn Powell got no problem.
He's perfectly fine with it.
The movie with him. Yeah.
When I was 22 years old, it was nothing for me to get drunk and streak. I'm not going to do it now. So get it over with, honey.
What, bro? He couldn't get it up, or he was trying not to pop a boner because she was necking in front of him.
Who the hell knows, man?
Yeah.
But we got she was active on Instagram this week. I'm always going to bring you the Instagram stuff. Sydney Sweeney cosplayed as a fembot from the Austin Powers series in the sheer pink lingerie. I've got these pictures here. It's like a Polaroid of her, right? And
she got jubilees.
Yep. But she's having a good time. This is all of her summer stuff. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it music.
Singing, having a good time.
Yeah, who's her friend though?
Oh no!
Looks like who's her friend?
Apparently they're doing karaoke, I guess.
Apparently.
And then she's always got a dog. Jet skiing, doing summertime stuff. She's pretty good on that thing. Look out. She's skiboarding. Nice. So yeah, she's living it up. I want to go to that party. What do you think?
I just want to sit at that party.
Well, what do you think? I just want to sit at that party.
What would be that fly that's flying around out there on the?
She has no problem making herself look like an idiot.
No, she doesn't. That's what I think is so attractive about this chick, man. Because I'm not a fan of blondes. I'm into petite brunettes. But the girl's attitude, when she wore that sweatshirt that said, "I'm sorry for the great rack" or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was
like, "Sorry, I have great tits" or something like that.
Sorry for having great tits or some shit like that. I was like, yeah, this chick gets it, man. She's in her 20s and she's having a good time. But at the same time, she's not dumb. That movie we're talking about, Immaculate, she produced that fucking movie.
Yeah. Well,
so she made a bunch of the money off of it.
So every character she has ever played, she has written a diary for them.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. That's awesome,
she's like an English major and all this other stuff.
Like as the character?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's ever going to put those in a book or something. That would be
I don't
cool.
know. But yeah, if you watch the Hot Ones video, she does like the whole lip bite thing. Yeah. And then she makes a dude feel small because she's like on the 6th one. She's like, when is this going to get hot?
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's very interesting because it gives you an insight into her life. She likes to restore old cars. There's a video of her on Instagram and Facebook or whatever, her working on an old Bronco. Like,
he's like, Bronco. That's my girl now.
Right? Works on cars. Got oil in the blood.
Yeah.
That'll work, man.
Because we know how Wookie is. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't have a thing for blondes.
I'd wife her. I just take her money.
Yeah, I don't have a thing for blondes, but there is one blonde other than Sydney Sweeney that I'm really digging these days, man. And that's this chick right here. Yeah, I'm digging her.
Every time. Oh, you gotta give him that huck. Huck. Huck.
And she's getting her own reality show too.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna be.
have you seen some of the stuff she's done? Like she did a video. She's like, everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame, I guess. Well, I'm going to take 5 minutes. Of my
Dude, I
15
think
minutes.
she's an industry plant.
Well, and she went and bought like $6,000 worth of shit at a local PetSmart. And
Yeah.
all took it to the pet center, the SPCA or whatever, all the adoption pets. And then she showed off a bunch of them for adoption and all this stuff. So she has done good things with her 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following her. I'm checking out what she's doing. This is the thing, man. It's always cool to see cool people accidentally fall in a pile of shit and come up with a Rolex. You know what I mean? It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cool. I really.
Hey, at least you know it'll be fun because she'll hawk 2 on that thing.
Right. She hawked 2 on that thing. Damn it. She but
That's a lot of pressure.
We're getting close to the end of the
need the
show
blue
here.
pill,
I
Knock?
don't think we have enough time to talk about House of the Dragon. We're probably just going to have to do a season wrap
Recap, yeah.
Next week we'll have to do that next Wednesday because the finale's on Sunday. So
What we can say is Eamon got scared and turned away like a little bitch. So that was pretty cool. At the end of the episode where he turned Vagar around.
Yeah. You're right. The thing I remember from that episode is our girl Rhaenyra got a bunch of people killed again, but she got a couple of dragon riders.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. She wiped out about 30 people trying to do it, though.
Like that dude. That dude's a badass. He yelled at a dragon.
Yeah. Well, me and Rhonda are sitting there watching it going, yeah, he's one of them. He's going to make it. But I thought the guy in the bar that didn't want to talk about it wasn't. I thought he was bullshitting about being one of them, you know, but it turns out, no, I was wrong. He wasn't. So yeah, we'll do a season recap of it. Anybody want to push anything before we get out of here? John? No? Wookie? You want to push any of your stuff before you get out?
I think I'm gonna start trying to do a Let's Play for 7 Days to Die. It's now on console.
Oh man.
Version 1.0 is out on
I popped
PC
in
and
his
console.
chat.
Okay.
Supposedly end of the year we're going to get cross progression with PC, so we'll be able to have permanent servers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that, and that game's the main reason why I bought my PC. So we're going to work on that for the gaming channel. The social commentary, the pop culture channel is kind of on hiatus. I got declined again for reused content on my main channel.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Put an appeal video in, didn't include a URL in the first 30 seconds. No one's ever watched the video.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mm.
But yeah, look for stuff on Wookie Be Bad Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on some stuff there. 7 Days to Die. I really like that game. I think it's a fun game.
I miss your Friday night show, man. I miss your Friday night show.
Well, I
here's
think
a
that was
funny
part of the
thing.
reason why we got demonetized. So
Well, look, here's another funny thing about that. Roadhouse may be coming back on Friday.
Okay, well, good.
And I'm going to say this Wookiee is now part of the Roadhouse.
All right.
When it comes back.
I never left, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you've been waiting for you to
I
get started.
actually put him in the.
We all been waiting for you to get it started.
I know, and I've been trying to.
I might have
like,
All we hear is talk. Talk. All barking.
The
No
day I was
bite.
gonna bring that motherfucker back, one of my stepbrothers died.
Yeah.
It's like every single day I try to bring it back.
Well, that's a
somebody
stepbrother.
dies,
You're
or there's like a natural disaster.
Was he redheaded?
No.
Oh, could you dye his hair red and forget about it?
Oh man. So Jed, you got anything you
said?
You want to?
What?
Jed, you want to talk about anything else you're doing besides getting the Roadhouse going?
In 2 years.
Fuck off.
What you're actually gonna do?
Like, I do want to do the movie watch-alongs and stuff.
Yeah.
That we need, and I don't know when. It would have to be when Wookie and Joe and whoever wants to come along has time.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, getting everybody at the same place at the same time.
Well, reach out and see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
now that you got your internet back, I do have to tell you guys, he's been without internet for a little bit. They had a storm come through and messed him up.
He probably.
How did you survive?
Dude, I had my phone.
Died.
See, Kate goes, he means it.
Yeah.
Because her computer shit on her, and then
Yeah.
she lost net, and then she got her shit back, then my shit lost net. It was just.
But he also means to bring a woman to orgasm and still fails to do that.
No, you can ask Kay. I don't.
You want dog?
Boys and girls, I do want to let you know that we are going to, before I even get started with what's coming up on my channel, I do want to remind you that, like Knox said, the Hall of Fame game has started. The NFL season has kicked off, and we're going to have our first pregame party this Sunday. We're going to wrap up Hall of Fame weekend, let you know about the Hall of Famers that went in, and we're going to talk about all the changes in the offseason, including the most intriguing thing to me, what this kickoff situation is going to look like.
Yeah.
I was hearing them talk. I think it was Rich Eisen. He said, can you imagine what it's going to be like when they put Deebo Samuel back for the 49ers to return kicks?
Fuck.
This could end up blowing up in their face as far as, this could become a play that's very deadly. If you're looking at the rules and the way it is, they want them returning these balls. And
yeah, they showcase it in this pre-bowl. Yeah, I watched it during the XFL. It's really going to make return. That is a gorgeous puppy right there. Look at that puppy.
Yeah, I see him. Let's see what he looks like.
Come on.
I got distracted. I got completely distracted.
There he is.
You should have heard him when me and Wookie used to do the shows. He'd be howling and shit all the time.
He's a Walker Beagle.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Back when me and Wookie used to do the Sunday shows. Yeah.
But
I do want to discuss those rules for sure.
Yeah, we're going to go over all the off-season moves, everything that happened. We're going to take a look at the training camp, see which quarterbacks are doing well. I heard your guy Bo Nix is doing good, so that's promising.
Well, we know the Cardinals and Cowboys are going to do shit this year, so
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I just want to know if they're going to pay Dak, because there's a whole bunch of dudes made up $50 million plus.
Dak doesn't deserve that
couple months,
shit.
So. Well,
but if they get rid of Dak, they're going to be worse off. So it's
they will. They sure
keep
will.
That asshole that's fucked you for like 10 years, or get somebody worse.
Dak holds all the cards in that relationship.
I know he does.
So
they can't get anybody better.
Okay,
so.
Boys and girls, you've been watching State of the Atmosphere tonight. We do it every Wednesday. We just had to do it tonight because I had to work for somebody last night. Look forward to this show every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. It's our pop culture show. We'll let you know about all the movies, shows, games, all that good stuff. And then later on tonight, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. Another show I usually do on Wednesdays, but I'm doing tonight because of the shift. And we're going to start A Way Out. It's a cooperative video game. It's about a prison break, and myself and our friend south of the border from Pop Culture Minefield's channel, the producer of Pop Culture Minefield, Martin, is going to join me, and we tested it, and we're going to try and play it tonight. So
I got to come over and give you some shit on this tonight.
Come over and give me shit. Anyway, we're gonna be doing that at 10 p.m. Central tonight, but it's usually on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. So we're going to be doing that every Wednesday going forward. And then Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, you can check me out working on my comic book, Sketching the Privateer. The story of America's Pirate Patriot comes your way every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. John, you doing a show this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They're doing The Walking Dead over in Pop Culture Minefield's channel on Game Night with John, and not like to show up to that one when he's not out at a Creed concert.
I didn't even get to show that off. It was awesome.
Yeah. You got some pictures or?
Not ready right now. No.
Okay.
We didn't even discuss it, so I didn't even bother putting them on my computer.
Deadpool alone took up half the show.
Yeah, we were busy.
We'll catch up on everything next week. But anyway, look forward to them doing that Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then, of course, Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Time, it's the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2024 through today's headlines. My brother Highlander and I get together and fill you in on all of it on the Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then Monday, I'm on everybody else's channel, starting with Pop Culture Minefield's channel. I don't know what they're doing for Military Monday, but if you missed last Monday's show about Land of Bad, check that out. This was released in the theaters and didn't do well, but watched it on Netflix just recently, and I highly recommend it. I did not know there was a third Hemsworth brother. I'm not sure what this guy's first name is, but he's in it as a tier 1 operator, and it's a really good movie with Russell Crowe and what's it, Liam? Is that his name? Liam Hemsworth,
Liam.
the guy to the left there. Yeah, check that one out. We did it this last Monday, and we should be doing another one this Monday. I haven't seen what it is yet, but we talk about military movies. Gary and I are both veterans, and we talk about things from a military perspective on those movies. So come check it out, 10 a.m. Central Time on Mondays. And then it looks like if he does have a show this week, Brian from That 70s Rock Fans channel is going to do another potluck where we just get on and talk about whatever the hell we want on It's Only Talk and Roll. And it comes your way at 4 p.m. Central Time every Monday. And then, of course, it's right back to Papa Joe Gamer After Dark on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. And this week it's going to be Madden through the years. I know I'm going to play some 15, but I'm going to try and fix up my PlayStation 2 so I can bust out some like 03 or 04 Madden, play one of those really old ones. But come check out some Madden football at 10 p.m. Central Time next Tuesday, and then it's right back around to State of the Atmosphere on Wednesday. So, for myself, John Das Wolfen, the Noxter, Wookie Be Bad, and the Jedster, Jed Rivenwolf, I want to thank you guys for being here, and until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
And that's the wrong video. I'm gonna leave.
Fucks
I'm
up
telling
again.
You.
This ain't hasn't failed yet,
nice.
You son of a bitch.
What, you think you're on the
fucking go? Let's fucking go.
Man, Jed, I'm gonna have to get you into a Disney 12-step program, bro.
Oh, fuck
we
that.
mention anything Disney, you lose your damn mind. Don't you know? Even though it's not Titty Tuesday, you always got to have titties on your mind.
It's super titties.
Just get one of those shop